we are good. All right. Let me put it right here. Okay. We're good here. Are we live? Yeah, we are live. Okay. Hello, guys. We need like a good amount of oil. Perfect. I'm live. That's fine.
Way better after we added this. No, truly.
Okay.
I wish you would have tried before and after.
When you get a chance, get the root beer from the fridge.
Not one of the Fantas.
Oh yeah, we can do the thing. I wanted to like record and try it. Like, root beer.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Trust me, I had it before. It was really good.
Okay.
Once the oil is very hot, we are going to add the tomato paste to burn it off a little bit. Then we're gonna add the onions. We're gonna fry the onions, and then we're gonna do the next step after that.
There's also the juices too.
Yeah. Hello guys, hello. Once the oil is hot, we're gonna do so basically today we're gonna be making some jollof rice. My mother-in-law is visiting, so I'm going to be making her dinner. That was something that she has requested, so we're gonna do that. It shouldn't take that long, but stay tuned. A little backstory about jollof rice. Jollof rice is basically well known in West Africa. Um, and it has different names depending on where you go. For example, I grew up in a Senegalese Ivorian home. You either call it chepoudien, or you call it riz gras in French. So, and also when you go to Nigeria, they call it jollof rice. And also depending on where you're from in West Africa, it depends. Like it's a little different. So the one we're gonna make today is gonna be the Senegalese slash Ivorian version of it, which is a combination of basically, using a bunch of vegetables, a bunch of like tomato paste. The base is actually going to be like a tomato base. Yeah, like a tomato base. But we're gonna have a bunch of vegetables to pair with it. This one's going to be the chicken version. You can actually, the actual original version of Senegal, you do it with fish, right? But my family don't really like fish, which is a bummer because I love fish. So this one's going to be a chicken version of it. But yeah, so stay tuned and then we'll get this together. Yeah. Pooh Bear 2025. How do Jeeves and the family? We are doing great. We are looking forward for 2026. We are super excited. We still on the holiday feels right now. But thanks for asking. I hope that all is going well for you guys. Yeah, I'm literally so super optimistic about 2026. You guys have no idea, and I'm like so excited because I have so much great content ideas that I'm going to be showcasing this year. So yeah, I'm super excited, honestly. Okay, so one thing that I like about the UK, I like that the tomato paste come in tubes like that. I think that's pretty cool. It comes in tubes like this. Um, because we usually have it in cans in the US, so that's pretty cool. Literally, I use so much tomato paste that look, I have like, I literally have three. I'm always using tomato paste. But yeah, I'm gonna finish these ones and I'm gonna use the new one. But we are looking to, we're gonna heat up the tomato paste with the oil. There's barely any on this one. I like to keep it until I squeeze every last bit of it. Okay. I hope you guys can hear me because I'm not quite sure. So, anyways, so I'm gonna use all of this. Voila. Oops. And I hope you guys get so whoever's watching this, if you're new to this page, make sure you subscribe because I've been having some issues with my Wi-Fi, so I've been losing connection whenever I go live. So that's why I haven't been going live lately because, like I said, like I've been having some issues with going live. So hopefully everything is okay with this live here because I want to continue. I'm gonna continue doing this on live so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have that. Let me increase the heat here because the oil should be very hot while I'm doing this, right? And then we're gonna add a little bit of bay leaves. I think 3 is fine. Then we're gonna add some dried thyme. I prefer using dried thyme when it comes to making jollof rice. I feel like it sticks better. I will use fresh thyme if I'm doing vegetables, if that makes sense. All right. So, hello, Merlina. How are you? Yeah, she's in the living room right now. She's watching a movie with the rest of the family. Um, Honestly, it's not too cold for her because you know what? She's from Richmond, so we actually live in Richmond, Virginia. One thing about Richmond, Virginia, whenever it's summertime, sorry, whenever it's wintertime, it snows a lot and gets really, really cold. For example, they get more snow in Richmond than here. You know what I mean? So yeah, so this is nothing for her, but the wind is something that's, because it's more windy here, like in England than Richmond. But I feel like Richmond gets more snow. Like we've experienced like more snow living there than England. Okay, so which spatula should I use? Should I use this spatula here, or should I use this one, or my other one is the okay? So it's between those two. I'm gonna go with this one because I'm making a lot of rice, so this one's like more sturdy. So we're gonna use that. Yeah, so right now we are burning off, we are frying the tomato paste. So once the oil has blended with the tomato paste, that's when we know we are good. So we're gonna clean that. There is something about the smell of fried tomato paste that always take me to my childhood because that's all I could smell when I was younger, just the tomato paste frying. So it was makes me full. I don't know. I like it. We're gonna add a little bit of black pepper, and we're gonna add some salt. All right. That's looking good. All right. Oh, that looks good. Now we're gonna add the onion. We're gonna add the red onions in there, and we're gonna soften the red onions a bit. Then you're gonna make a drink. Megan? Then you're gonna make a drink? Alright.
Okay, yes, honey.
You can make a drink.
What am I supposed to do?
Just do whatever you want to drink, babe.
Huh?
Whatever you want to drink.
You said root beer.
Yeah, so just make it.
I don't know how much to put. Is that good?
Just taste it. Just taste it.
It smells so good.
Alright, so at this time, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add So later on I'm going to add the whole entire like video, but this is a mixture of bunch of bell peppers, tomatoes, onions, regular onions, um, carrots. What else? I'm blanking right now. But this has been, um, grilled, not grilled, broiled to like get the smokiness of it. So we're just gonna add just a little bit because what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook the chicken a little bit so it can take the flavor. So I'm going to season this and then I'm gonna add the chicken and then I'm going to add the chicken in the oven to finish cooking. But I kind of want the flavors, right? So I'm gonna do that here. Uh, chili. I'm gonna add a touch bit of clove, just a little bit, not too much. Some Italian seasoning, and obviously the ginger. We need a ginger for flavors here. Okay, literally, I can't believe it's only like 4:30 here right now. That's just insane. It's insane. It's so dark outside right now. Okay. So we're gonna add our seasonings here. So we have a little bit of curry. We have some Italian seasoning, which is a combination of, you know, thyme, oregano, all that good stuff, parsley, and then we have some chili. I'm gonna add just a little bit of chili, not too much, because my son's gonna be eating this. So I usually use like what is it called, pepper flakes, or I use scorpion pepper or some type of hot pepper that usually goes in it. But I'm not gonna do that because my son's gonna be eating it, and he tolerates peppers, but not too much like that. We got a ginger powder. I already put some ginger, some fresh ginger to cook with the actual pepper, but I decided to put some more ginger because I like when it's more gingery. What else is in there? Um, yeah, so we're gonna add this. We're gonna give it a good mix. A nice mix. And then now we're gonna add our chicken. The chicken was already seasoned. We don't want it too much in the sauce. We just want it to like just have a little bit of flavors, and then we're gonna, just bake it the rest in the oven. So we're gonna do some space, and then we're gonna add the chicken. Right. Let's see this way. That way. And then I'm gonna add the rest of the chicken seasoning in there. Voila. And then we're gonna put the stove on high because we want that brown color. So this is going to like be a little smoky. As soon as it has a little bit of color and it took a little bit of the flavors, and then we're gonna basically put it in the oven. It's ready. It's on for 5 minutes. All right, so now that the chicken has picked up some colors, what we're gonna do is we're going to remove the chicken and we're gonna finish baking it in the oven. The oven has been preheated already. We just want to like capture the color and then move it to the oven. So now let's do that. I'm gonna wait for about 2 more minutes and now we'll do that. So now we're going to remove the chicken and then we're going to finish baking it in the oven. And then the next step is us basically doing the same thing for the veggies. Right? Look at that. This is what we want. Like a nice golden crisp to it. I'm going to need this. Removing that. Alright. That's what we want. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. This is beautiful. And we're gonna finish cooking that in the oven. Voila. So we have the chicken here, right? So now we're gonna add the veggies. Okay, we're gonna reduce the heat a little bit. The pudding?
Yeah.
The pudding is still outside, babe. So we're gonna add a little bit more of the pepper that we made. With the tomato paste mix that we made here. Give it a good mix. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Mix. Mix it. Alright. I'm actually gonna cover it up for a little bit. up, and then we're gonna add the veggies in it. Okay. Do you, hey, Esma, we'll pause that for a second. Do you mind going to the live? There's a channel that shows the can you pause that? There's a channel live on Samsung TV that shows the football. For Senegal, supposed to be playing with but it wasn't Mozambique. Mozambique is out. Senegal was no, we're not using BBC. This is Samsung TV.
Yeah, but it's still considered live, right? You're not supposed to, with the TV license, you're not supposed to access the
These are all pre-recorded.
including the
Everything is good. Okay, so like as we watch it, that's already happened like an hour ago.
live TV. Even though it says live TV.
Even though it's live TV. It's live TV for Samsung, if I make sense. If you go to I don't know how to explain it. Samsung has their own live where they basically 24 hours just show a bunch of shows.
Just number and let's say anything
So I'll speak in Spanish.
usually has a score.
Yeah, it does. Click live, and then go down. Up, and then go down. Click go down.
Yeah, that's right. Usually has a score. See?
And then it's somewhere. What you write? What you write?
Come on. Okay, there we go.
And it's one of them has it.
United Cut.
No. No. One of them had it yesterday, literally. I was like watching it. It did actually save the game. That it's in one of those lives. Maybe it might not even be sports. It's one of the lives. Because I watched it yesterday. If you can, that's fine. So now we're gonna carefully add the baked veggie. These veggies are pre-baked already. So we just wanna like flip them to have like some seasoning, right? Just some seasoning, and then we're gonna remove them. I just wanna get the flavors and put it back onto the tray. And they're gonna finish baking themselves in the oven. We just want to get that color. That's all on the seasoning, and that's all. So because I've discovered what parsnip is, I decided to incorporate parsnip in this dish. So I added some parsnip. And also colorful carrots. Ever since I discovered colorful carrots, I'm obsessed with them. So I use colorful carrots whenever I can. So here you have the parsnip as well. So you have yellow carrots, red carrots, sorry, regular carrots, and then you have what else? Purple carrots, which is so nice. All right. So now we're gonna add the broccoli, just a little bit, and then put it back here. Again, broccoli, twist it a little bit, put it back here. We're gonna do that till all the broccolis. You don't want to do it too much because the broccoli is gonna break down to the sauce. We don't want that. And then I'm going to just a little bit. Do the same thing here. And right here. And then we're gonna do the cabbage right here. And again, these been baked already. I'm gonna cover it up with some foil and then put it back in the oven for a little bit to finish up baking. Right, and that's it. Once this is done, we're gonna add the rest of the puree pepper that we did, and then we're baking the rice, and dinner will be ready soon. So this is the veggie right here, and then we're gonna cover it with some foil, and we're gonna let it bake inside the oven, right? But yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna add a leftover pepper puree. We're gonna increase back the heat. I've been trying to get sponsored by what is it, Kenwood, for a while now, but none of them are taking the bite, and that's okay. Maybe one day they're going to sponsor me to using their products or send me their products, because I really like their products, as well as KitchenAid. I used to be like a big fan of KitchenAid when I was in the US, but now ever since I discovered Kenwood, I'm like a really big fan, because I like that the fact that the appliances is not too expensive. It's affordable and it's good quality. So, all right. So now we're gonna burn off the leftover of the peppers. All right. Let me make sure there's no more carrots here. Oh, there's no more carrots here. Let me remove that. Alright, remove this one. Okay. Alright. Once this is boiling, when it becomes super hot, we're gonna wash the rice and add it in there. I'm gonna go ahead and cover this. Voila. So today we're gonna use some basmati rice. The best rice to use for jollof rice, for chapudien. Again, we're making the Senegalese version slash Ivorian version because I know how to make both. I'm able to combine them. Some people don't know how to make either of them, so they don't really know. This is like literally years of practice, so I was able to master how to make both of them because literally I was raised Senegalese and Ivorian and French. And then when I moved to the US, obviously I grew up in the US. But the best rice to use when it comes to chapudien or like jollof rice is broken rice. It's kind of hard to find broken rice here. I actually saw broken rice online from one of the stores not far away from me, so I'm gonna take a chance and like go check it out. But my second option is basmati rice. I like using basmati rice or jasmine rice, so we're gonna use basmati rice for today's chapudien. That's all right. I'm gonna reduce the heat a little bit. So the heat has been reduced to 5 instead of 9. And then I'm gonna wash the rice. Let this keep getting hot.
Hey, honey. Actually, I'm sorry. We could play a game tonight. Board game. On this one. And also, I want to call Michelle tonight.
Alright, so I'm gonna add a little bit of oil on this. Just add a little bit of oil. And then we're gonna add the rice now. Once we add the rice, we're gonna let the rice cook for a little bit. Can you guys see? I'm gonna wait till like the, yeah. So once we're gonna add the rice right now. The rice has been washed. Once the rice has been placed in there, we're going to let it cook for about like 15 minutes. Then we're going to adjust the water. So essentially what we're gonna do is we wanna fry the rice, if that makes sense. Alright, so the rice has been washed. We're adding the rice. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and mix until it's all combined. See that red color? That's what we want. Once everything has been mixed and it seems like it's all blended, all red, like the color is even out, we're going to cover it and then we're going to let it cook for about 15 minutes. Right, so right now the heat is about 15. Sorry, about 5, level 5, so it's on the middle. Then what we're gonna do is, let's see, what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it cook for about 15 minutes. Then we're gonna come back, we're gonna adjust the water. We're gonna put like water gradual in there. So this is about like 5.5 cups of rice. So we're gonna add 5.5 cup of water, or maybe adjust it as we go. And then we're going like, adjust it as we go and let it cook. We just have to watch it and then it should be good. So what I want to do is, guys, oh, hello, not my monkey. I have no idea why I'm here, but hello, sir, and happy new year. Hello, happy New Year's. So what I want to do, guys, because this rice is gonna be later, I have to leave it covered up for about 15 minutes. Make sure you guys subscribe, like this video, comment below, so that I'm gonna come back live in about 15 to 20 minutes so we can continue cooking, okay? So make sure you guys, I'm gonna give you guys time to like and subscribe, and then make sure you guys follow, and then we'll come back and then we're gonna finish cooking this.
It's like something like
Devant. Good job. Devant. Quoi? De verre.
And then that's it.
Devant. De vrai.
Yeah.
What were you watching when you saw that?
Mama told me it to me.
In French?
Yeah.
What did she say again?
Devant.